Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So I made this PowerPoint today to revise the use of these three words that are commonly misspelled and used incorrectly. I'm sure that we've heard these three words before. There, and there. These three words are known to cause common grammar problems since they're usually misspelled or used incorrectly. They all sound the same, but they're so different, and the fact that they sound so alike is how these common grammar problems arise. So we're going to go ahead and start our revision with there, T-H-E-R-E. So there is used to refer to a physical or abstract place. Usually if you can replace there with here in the same sentence and it still makes sense, then you're using it correctly. So there means the opposite of here, at that place. Some examples are, there is a great ice cream shop down the street, and I want to go to the park that's over there. So there is the word with here in it, which is actually very helpful. It can remind us that this particular there is often about location. So we can use it like this. There it is. Put it there. Stay there. We'll be there soon. And it's about location it can be about location in the more abstract sense as well. So there you go. There is where we disagree. Friends who are always there for you. And it's also one to use as the first word in sentences that have the subject after the verb. So there is a nice hotel in the town. And it's the one used with the verb at the beginning of sentences and questions. There are plenty available. Is there a hotel in the town? Now the next there is a contraction for they are. And usually if you can replace they are or there with they are in the same sentence and it still makes sense, then you're using it correctly. There is a contraction of they are or they were. Some examples are, they're going to Disneyland when it reopens, and I wonder where they're traveling to. There is a contraction that means they are, like I previously stated, and you can remember that apostrophes indicate the possessive only when used of apostrophe s, such as the writer's thoughts. Otherwise, it's generally a contraction of two words, as in can't, which equals cannot, or won't, which equates to will not, or an omission of a letter or letters, as in singin for singing, and M for them in stick it to 'em. So a few examples are, they're funny people. They're the cutest puppies ever. And it can also be used for non-living things too. So they're both really good books. They're two of our biggest problems. And our last there is used to show possession, commonly followed by a noun. So usually if you can replace there with our in the same sentence and it still makes sense, then you're using it correctly. Their means belongs to them. Some examples are, let's get a chocolate cake. It's their favorite flavor. And I love the color of their shoes. So it's the last of this trio, and the possessive form, and it's also the possessive form of they. So it has to do with what belongs to, relates to, or is made or done by certain people, animals, or things. It's their house, where their neighbors, the trees are losing their leaves. So that was the revision of the three words. And to conclude, there is the most common, and it has the word here in it, which is helpful because it's often about location. And there also means they are, and there is a possessive form of they. Now we're going to go ahead and do a final revision by playing this Kahoot game.